she's right, and there's an angel there. Medical history says nothing to an angel.
Can I just say, I can't swim at all, and I was absolutely horrified when I was taking an old Spitfire we were selling to the Far East, across from Cyprus, where I'd refuel to go across.
You were flying it, Jack.
I was flying it, yes. Well, I'm a professional pilot. And
the first commercial professional pilot. She was?
No. First woman airline captain.
Well, same thing. You better.
Anyway, the engine cut at 13,000 feet, and I called and told them that the engine had cut, you know, the control tower, and they said, oh my goodness, say after me, you know, our Father who art in heaven, sort of thing. And I thought, well, that's a lot of rot, you know. I mean, I want the engine to start. Well, I prayed to what somebody had told my mother, that they could see behind me a man who he described as my father was when he died before I was born. Actually, my father died. And this woman told my mother that she need never worry about me, because I'll always be safeguarded by my father, whom I'd never seen, of course, but she described him, and my mother recognized it as my father. And I assumed he was there guiding me. That's what I assumed. So I sort of said a little prayer and started struggling with the controls and trying to start the engine again. Anyway, eventually at 1,500 feet, which isn't very much above the sea, and I can't swim, and the only way I'd have to turn the Spitfire on its back, release everything, and just open the hood and fall into the sea. Now, I can't swim, so I was absolutely petrified. I thought I'm going to go down with it because I can't swim. And at 1,500 feet, she started spluttering when I tried her again. It was one of the grommets, you know, which was stopping it. And at 13,000 feet, the petrol wasn't going through. At 1,500 feet, it was coming on a little bit. And I staggered all the way back to Cyprus instead of going to Beirut, which was, I was 200 miles from either end. And I managed to land, and they said to me afterwards, God, your guardian angel must have been working.
Yeah, but we all say that, Jagger. I laughed at you about the grommets, like she said, as if we all know. Yeah, as you do, when you're going to crash with the grommet. But we all say that. I mean, people say it to me sometimes about, oh, you must have a guardian angel looking after you. But that doesn't mean to say they exist, does it?
Well, I think they do exist, but actually, when I was 7, now I knew nothing about aeroplanes, didn't know anything about it. I was in South Africa, and I just started school, and I was watching the first really bad storm I've ever seen, because the mountains in the Drakensberg Mountains, which are very high and full of iron, they have these fantastic storms. And as the storm cleared, I saw an angel, and I promise you I did. I saw an aircraft, I heard an aircraft, and it was flying across my sight, this aircraft, and it wasn't very high, so I could see it very clearly and heard it going. Now, I didn't think about aeroplanes at 7. I wasn't even interested. And above the aircraft wing, I saw an angel. And I really did. And I remember to this day exactly what it looks like. In fact, when I was sitting over here, I drew a little sketch just before I came on the program. I'm not very good, but that's the best I can do.
That looks like a big butterfly. Oh, the wrong way up! Did you have it the right way up, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, right, that's my kind. That's an angel. That's what I would imagine an angel.
Well, that's how I thought, anyway.
Max, you're looking very kind of, sorry, Jackie.
Curious.
Yeah, curious.